What's up guys, Austin Carter here with Untitled Chapter Leather. We're going to be making this today. This right here. Fire helmet, name strap. Hope y'all stick around, hope y'all enjoy the video. A shout out to all my new subscribers, thank y'all so much. If you haven't already, go ahead and hit subscribe, hit that like button, and leave me any questions that you might have in the comments section. Alright, let's get to the build. To make the strap, I'm using a piece of Herman Oak 8 to 9 ounce leather that I cut down to 1.5 inches thick. Wrapping the leather around the helmet, I then measure how much material I'll need. I measure this way because I'm just trying to get a rough estimate. I then take my belt end punch and cut each side of the strap. Next, I measure the whole strap and mark the center so that I can align the name on the back. Using the center mark, I lay out the name to see where it lines up. I'm using a 3/4 inch alphabet set I picked up from Tandy Leather. Be sure to take your time with this step and make sure all spelling is accurate. A quick tip, if you have a letter more than once in the name, you can use another letter stamp to fill in its place while you line everything up. Just be sure not to use it while stamping. Next, I case my leather with water and line everything up to stamp on my arbor press. After stamping the letters, I then use a stitch groover to cut out my stitching grooves. When you groove, be sure not to groove too close to the letters. Next, it's time for dye. Here I'm using 5-inch Pro Oil dye in black. I dye the entire strap, making sure to get an even coat. After the dye dries, I use a fine tip applicator to add paint to the letters. I have a video about this applicator, so if you want to learn more about it, go check out that video. After the paint dries, add several layers of tan coat to seal the strap. For this helmet strap, I'm lining it with rubber, and I'll leave a link in the description about where I purchased it. I use this material because it adds grip to the band. You don't have to use this method, as you can either not line the strap at all, or you can line it with leather instead. I've had great success with this method, however, so maybe give it a try. Be sure to edge and burnish the strap before adding the lining, since the rubber lining doesn't edge. I then mark where to apply the contact cement and apply cement to both the strap and the liner. The rubber liner does have some stretch in it, and I make sure to pull some tension while I apply the liner. This will keep it from having air pockets trapped in between the liner and the leather. I then move to stitching on my Titman Boss. I'm using 207 thread with a size 18 needle. You don't need a hand stitcher or a sewing machine for this project, as hand stitching will work just fine. After I finish stitching, I trim the excess liner, making sure not to cut into the finished edges of the strap. Next, it's time to punch the holes for the rivets. I use my rotary punch to make holes on either end of the strap, making sure they line up equally. After the holes are punched, I use number 12 copper rivets to fasten and secure the strap. The loops of the strap allow for me to run the bungee cord material through and tie off with an overhand knot. You can purchase this bungee cord material at Hobby Lobby. I cinch the knot down, clip, and then burn the ends. You'll have to remove your shield to install the band. The bungee cord material allows for easy install, and the rubber lining keeps the strap from slipping. If you want, you can add leather tabs on the side of the strap for door chocks or other accessories, but I just stick the chocks between the strap and the helmet. If you have watched this far, I hope this video helped you in your leathercraft endeavors. Again, thanks so much for all the continued support, and until next video, y'all have a great day.